As far as the issue of resignation of Jagdeep Dhankhar is concerned, now the opposition parties are saying that there is something suspicious. In fact, Mallikarjun Kharge, who is Congress president and also leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha, today said that there is something wrong. He said, "Dal mein kuch kala hai." So, is there something wrong? Exactly, as far as the issue of Jagdeep Dhankar's resignation is concerned, we have spoken to many senior leaders of the BJP and also some senior ministers of the government. What we have found out that the government was not very happy the way Jagdeep Dhankhar was functioning as the chairperson of Rajya Sabha, upper house where the government does not have majority on its own, and it is dependent upon the allies and also some other smaller parties to get any business passed. So what was exactly happening in the Rajya Sabha on Monday when Mr. Jagdeep Dhankhar in the evening decided to tender his resignation citing health reasons? What we have been told by the sources that when Mr. Dhankhar brought, in fact accepted a motion which was brought by the opposition parties to remove Justice Varma from his position, that motion was signed by the opposition members. Some 63 signs were there. But there was no sign from the government side or the treasury benches. The treasury benches were taken by surprise when this was announced by Mr. Dhankhar from the chair. And in fact, this was the main reason, this was the trigger which actually led to his resignation in the evening. Immediately after this, a meeting was called in the Prime Minister's chamber in the Parliament House, which was attended by senior ministers like Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP President JP Nadda and some other senior ministers. In that meeting, it was decided that whatever Mr. Dhankhar has done is not right. And after that, another meeting was called in the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's chamber in the Parliament House, where all the BJP MPs and allies MPs from the Rajya Sabha were called. In fact, the chief whip of the treasury benches in the upper house, he communicated all the MPs to rush to Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's room in the Parliament House. They were separated in the groups of 10 MPs each, and they were asked to wait in another room. And then they were called and their signatures were taken on a paper which was a motion, which was very significant motion. We have not been told by the sources what was exactly the nature of this motion, but yes, of course, their signatures were taken on this piece of paper. And after all the signatures were collected, a senior minister communicated this to the then Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar that such a motion is being prepared. Either he should resign or he should ready to face some action. And after that, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar actually rushed to the President House without taking any appointment, and an immediate meeting was arranged with the President, and there he tendered his resignation. And at 9:25, he publicized through X platform, which is formerly Twitter, informing that he has decided to resign from his post. And while it was happening, on the other side, all these MPs were meeting with the senior ministers at their residences, and in those meetings, what we've been told by the sources that the senior ministers briefed these MPs about the various incidents when Mr. Dhankhar so-called crossed the line or called the Lakshman Rekha, and various incidents like in the presence of Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, he took on the government on the issue of farmers, or issues like security protocols, or some other incidents when, for example, on Monday itself, when it was Mr. Kharge's birthday and he was given the floor to attack the government on Operation Sindoor, and despite repeated protests by Leader of the House Mr. JP Nadda, he was allowed to continue his speech. This was another incident which was also mentioned. And similarly, in the past 3 years, there are various incidents, especially his role as far as taking on judiciary is concerned, that was also not liked by the government, because the government doesn't want to be seen in the confrontation mode with the judiciary, and that was another reason which was cited by the senior ministers to the MPs. In fact, they were also told about the signatures which were taken by them in the afternoon, and they were told very clearly that if they want, they can withdraw their signatures, but they actually gave go ahead as far as the signature campaign was concerned. So this is what the background is, and immediately after that, next day also, there were series of meetings as far as the government is concerned, and the government was very clear that it should not be seen, as far as Mr Dhankar is concerned, that it should not be seen taking on him, and that is why only a reaction by Prime Minister Narendra Modi was given, and there was no farewell, there was no farewell speech by Jagdeep Dhankhar or by the Prime Minister or anybody else as far as the House is concerned. This is unprecedented. It has never happened that always a farewell is given to the retiring Vice Presidents. But for the first time also is happening that a Vice President has resigned on citing on the health grounds. Earlier also on two occasions Vice Presidents have resigned, but that was to contest election for the President. But this is for the first time that a Vice President has resigned just 3 years were completed. So of course there's a lot of theories, lot of conspiracy theories are going on as far as his resignation is concerned. But this is what we have gathered from the sources, and sources are to believe. They are also saying that the government was not happy the way Jagdeep Dhankhar accepted notice for the removal of Justice Varma, and that was basically an attempt to snatch away government's position as far as the fighting on the corruption in the judiciary is concerned, because the government was very clear that it has to be a combined effort, and that is why a motion was moved in the Lok Sabha, where opposition leaders had also signed. But by accepting the only motion given by the opposition parties in the Rajya Sabha, government feels that Mr Dhankar actually tried to damage the government, and this may be the triggering point, and this may be the reason why he was asked to resign. In Delhi, Akhilesh Sharma for NDTV.